All right, everybody, how y'all doing? And welcome back to Three and Out with the Dolphins. Your host Ron here. As I go over today's game, yes, we played away, way away in Germany. As the Dolphins, our Miami Dolphins, baby, took on the Kansas City Chiefs in Germany. Yes, and it wasn't pretty. It was not pretty at all. I could just sit down and say it was just basically a balanced attack on both sides of the field. Offense was the same as well as the Dolphins. You had Tua Tagovailoa completed the ball 21 to 34 for 193 yards, one touchdown, was sacked three times for 18-yard loss. And you look at Patrick Mahomes, he completed 20 of 30 for 185 yards and two touchdowns. That's the only thing that Patrick had more deeps, which attacked him for touchdowns, but he was sacked two times for 11-yard loss. So, but Kansas City Chiefs defense was just stronger than our Miami Dolphin defense. Yes, it's just a defensive battle, but Kansas City Chiefs won that battle on defense. They were just putting Tua on his back badly. Very badly. Let's go over the quarter. First quarter, Miami 0. Kansas City Chiefs 7. Second quarter, Miami 0. Kansas City Chiefs 14. In the half, Chiefs going into the locker room with a 21-zip lead, and it was ugly. It was very ugly. In the third quarter, the Dolphins woke up. They put up 14 points. Defense woke up. Kept the Chiefs from scoring. Kept them scoreless in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, it was just all Kansas City defense because Kansas City defense was coming at Tua. Disrupted Tyreek Hill. It's just that they kept Tua and Hill off sync. But the sad thing is with that, I'm not going to fault Tua and I ain't going to fault Hill because the Kansas City Chiefs already know what Tyreek could do. They already know that. So, Miami Dolphins offensive coordinators couldn't figure that out. Y'all know that the defense was going to come after the offense. They was going to come after Tyreek and put him into a disruptive playing state where he cannot function when he get disrupted. The Chiefs defense already know that because he was a team member of the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes. And they just sit there and disrupted Tua and Hill. But in the third quarter, they managed to muscle some drives, a touchdown and a touchdown on rushing. But in the fourth quarter, defense will help the offense in check on both ends. But Kansas City Chiefs just came out a little too stronger, dropping the Dolphins 21-14. Already, stats. Tua Tagovailoa, 21 34, 193 yards, one touchdown, no interceptions. He was sacked three times for 18-yard loss. On the rushing, Raheem had 12 carries for 85 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Waddle had one carry for 12 yards. Tua got in the mix with 2 carries for 7 yards. Jeff Wilson Jr., 2 carries for 6 yards. Savon Ahmed just can't get it going. 3 carries for 4 yards, and Tyreek Hill had 1 carry for 3 yards. That gives the D offense a total of 21 carries for 117 yards and a touchdown. On the Chiefs end, Isaiah Pacheco, 16 carries for 66 yards. Patrick Mahomes had ran the ball 6 carries for 24 yards. Jarek McKeon, 1 carry, 2 yards. Lake McKean Perrin, 1 carry for 1 yard. Chief rushing, 24 carries for 93 yards. Dolphins will beat them there. I mean, Monstrat woke up and he said, let's do this. Let's put the Jam Pony Express in full motion. And that's what they did. On the receiving end, And just like I said, it was pretty much balanced. Total reception yards was 21 receptions for 193 yards and 1 touchdown. And on the Chiefs end, they had 20 receptions for 185 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was just pretty balanced. About 9 yards difference. And the touchdown difference, that's about basically it. Tyreek Hill was in slow motion. They kept him at check with 8 receptions for 62 yards, no touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 3 receptions for 42 yards, no touchdown. Jeff Wilson, 3 receptions for 32 yards, no touchdown. Cedric Wilson Jr. was the only one that muscled the touchdown. He had 1 reception, 31 yards, and a touchdown. Durham Smythe, 3 receptions, 17 yards. Savon Ahmed, 2 receptions, 8 yards. Alec Ingle, 1 reception for 1. And Raheem Mostert, he got into it, but he couldn't muscle anything. 0 receptions for 0 yards. So like I said, total receptions was 21 receptions for 193 yards and a touchdown. On Kansas City end, Noah Gray, 3 receptions for 34 yards. Sky Moore, 2 receptions for 33 yards. Jerick McKinnon, 2 receptions for 22 yards and a touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantillon, 2 receptions for 22 yards. Kadarius Toney, 1 reception for 18 yards. Rashee Rice, 2 receptions for 17 yards and a touchdown. This is the thing. This is where Mahomes, a left-handed quarterback, broke down in the Miami Dolphins defense, and it was just a short yardage that went for touchdowns. Justin Watson, 2 receptions for 15 yards. Travis Keese, 3 receptions for 14 yards. McCole Hardman Jr., 3 receptions for 10 yards. And he had 2 receptions from 2 other receptions was from LaMichael Perrine, 0 reception for 0 yards. Isaiah Pacheco, 0 reception for 0 yards. Total 20 receptions for 185 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, Mike Holmes know how to find his receivers because he got about 11 receivers that touched the ball for short yard gains, but they turned them into 2 touchdowns. Defense was getting picked apart. Now, on the fumbles, Tyreek Hill had 1 fumble, 1 loss. Raheem Mostert, 1 fumble. Tua Tagovailoa had 1 fumble. Zach Sealer, 0 for 0. And Chase Claypool, 0 for 0. That gives the team 3 fumbles and they lost 1. On the Kansas City Chiefs side, Patrick Mahomes had 1 fumble and he lost it. So the team fumbled the ball 1 time and lost 1. And they had Mike Edwards recovered 1. So the defense was playing. Miami Dolphins defense was playing, but in the secondary, Patrick Mahomes happened to find loopholes in the defense. And he was finding small yard gains and turning them into positive plays. That's a quarterback. Just like I said, it was a tight game. Beat by 7 points, 21-14. Wow. Defense was playing. Defense was owning on both sides, but the secondary had some weakness. Mahomes found them, picked them apart. Offensive line was just giving up sacks on Tua. Kansas City Chiefs defense was coming after Tua, put them in 3rd and long. It was 2nd and 10. You had penalties, sacks, pushed them in 3rd and 26, 3rd and 18. Was completing the ball on. Went first quarter, no completions on 3rd downs. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? But just like I said, one team was going to win and one team was going to lose. And it happened to be the Chiefs as they thumped the Dolphins 21-14. Let's go over stats. And wow. Total yards. Miami, 292 total yards. Kansas City Chiefs, 267 total yards. One turnover on both. Dolphins had basically good control. They had 20 first downs to the Chiefs 16 first downs. So it's just basically a balanced ball game. Time of possession, Dolphins had the ball 30 minutes and 24 seconds to the Chiefs 29 minutes and 36 seconds. Yes, it was a basic tough tier ball game where everything was just boo-hoo, woo-hoo, crying. Now, what's up for the Dolphins? Yes, the Dolphins are on a bye week after this tough loss. Yes, after this massive tough loss. And up next, after that bye week in week 11, we got the Raiders at home. 1 o'clock game. Yes, we got the silver and black coming down in our hometown to get rowdy with the Miami Dolphins. And then after that, in week 12, we got the Jets. And week 13, we got those Washington Commanders. And week 14 is a Monday Night Football game at 8:15. Where we got Tennessee Titans as they come into our hometown. Week 15 is the Jets again. Week 16 is them Cowboys. Then week 17, Baltimore Ravens. And week 18, where we got Buffalo coming in our hometown to make some noise. So yes, it is going to be a all-out battle for these last remaining games. Now, some of y'all probably getting excited. Oh, the Dolphins gonna go to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna get clear that I love my Dolphins. Just like I said, I've been a Dolphin fan 1979 when I was 5 years old, watching it with my dad. Yes, sir. Just like I said, our team is not ready for the Super Bowl yet, but they are a playoff team. We are 6-3. That's not bad. If we could win week 11, week 12, week 13, and week 14, and week 15, because we played the Jets twice. That's also part of our division. With this loss here, it put Buffalo and Dolphins neck to neck. Jets been playing good football. They've been playing good football. But if we lose against the Jets and we lose against Buffalo, they give Buffalo the division. And we don't want that. We want to win the division, win a couple of games in the playoffs, play the Chiefs again for the AFC divisional game. Of course, the Chiefs going to win, but who knows? Who knows? So, I hope that we could go ahead on and get in the playoffs because we got some tough games. I'm counting on my team. I know they could do it. I know they could do it. Tough games. 2 games on the road. We go into my New York Jets backyard in week 12, and we go into Washington Commanders backyard in week 13. And then we got the Titans in week 14, Monday Night Football game. And then we play the Jets again. And they come to our backyard in week 15. So yeah, and then we play the Cowboys in our backyard in week 16. And then we close it out with the Ravens and the Bills. So yes, the schedule is tough. But after the bye week, can they bounce back and get back into the winning corner again? Keep winning. Fix those wicked things in your defense and offense, because they shouldn't have been rattled in Germany by the Chiefs, but they were. And can they just go ahead on and win enough games to get to the playoffs and beyond? It's up to the team. It's a team effort. It's not a single player effort. So can they do it? We're finna find out. Thank y'all for watching 3 and Out with Ron. Your boy here. And as always I say, Tune in to me for next week. Subscribe to my channel. And as always, I'm out.